online folks to join us. But nobody else is pre-registered, so I don't know. Our online friends don't tend to pre-register, so it's hard to know who we're waiting on.
No Jane, huh?
No, she hasn't registered in a while. I heard you saying she was having trouble with her horse, so she might be feeling not up for yoga. Here's one more. Hi, Kim. All right, and Kathy is here. Good morning, Kathy.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Great, thanks.
Good. All right. Okay, so we might have one more person joining us. I have one more in studio pre-registered who's not here yet. So, for those of you who are newer to my classes, this is gentle yoga. It's your class. I'm just making suggestions of things you might want to do over there. So if something doesn't feel right or if your body doesn't do that, don't try to force your body into that just because I said so. We're going to focus today on the low back and the hips, doing some loosening here in this area, but we'll also get into the sides of the neck and the upper back because all of these upper back muscles connect right up into the sides of the neck, and they're directly correlated to moving your head around and being able to get some movement there. Okay? We tend to hold a lot of stress in that area as well. I was visiting my massage therapist last week to work on my arm, and while he was working on my arm, we discovered a real hot spot back here. And I'm feeling, a tendonitis in my elbow, so I'm feeling really tight in my forearm, but we found back here was also really tight, right? So it's important to sort of explore out through those branches and trails, because oftentimes you find other stuff out there where you didn't know there was any. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's settle this morning. Oh, here comes one more person. Okay. So, pull hard. Pull harder. Just pull it really hard. There you go. Come on in. So we have some empty spots. There's one right behind the camera setup or right up here. Don't worry, nobody in the room is on camera, just me. It looks fancy, but don't worry about it. All right, so we're going to start today in constructive rest on our backs. So you'll lie down on your back, bend your knees, and place your feet on the floor a little bit wider than your knees. Yeah, and you can let with your knees bent and your feet on the floor, you can let your feet be wider than your knees, and you can let your knees hang toward each other. So, go ahead and please bend your knees. And let your feet be a little wider so that you might even try a little pigeon toe perhaps, and that will help your knees fall toward each other. Yeah, they don't have to touch. It's okay if they do. Then allow your arms to land somewhere that feels soft and loose. So for you, that might mean they're lying on your belly. That might mean they're stretched out to the side, perpendicular to your body. That might mean they're close to you, lying palms face up. Any sighs out your mouth. And once you feel like you're settled, allow your breath to return to soft in and soft out. Feel the weight of your head heavy. Feel the hips and shoulders heavy. Notice the connection of your arms to the ground. Notice the connection of the soles of your feet to the ground. And bring your mind inside your breath into the center of your ribs and your lungs. Deep breath in to expand your ribs. Big sigh. Shrinking down again to the floor. Take a moment as you settle here. Outside today, the wind is howling and blowing, wreaking havoc in some places, sweeping clean in other places. Feel yourself here, safe inside, heavy against the earth. Imagine as if you are the center statue in a snow globe. And blowing around you are the leaves. But you are grounded. You are connected to the earth. You know your root system. You know where to go for connection and support. The next time you exhale, keeping your feet apart, drop your knees all the way to the right. Let your feet stay where they are, but just roll over onto the sides of your feet, and your knees drop out to the side as best you can. Let go of any holding in your hips. Perhaps turning your gaze away and your head turning the opposite direction. If you're just joining us, we're on constructive rest, and we're gently, slowly moving through a windshield wiper. So now as you inhale, lift your knees up, keeping your feet apart, drop your knees to the opposite side and rest here. So your body is still open from the ribs up, shoulders are still connected to the earth, arms are still apart. Just the knees have dropped. Perhaps your gaze has moved to the opposite side, stretching those little muscles in your neck. Inhale, lift the knees again, and this time begin to follow your breath. As you exhale, knees fall. As you inhale, knees rise. Exhale, knees fall. Allow your head to gently turn as well. There's no need to rush through these movements. Please be languid. Take one more twist to each side, dropping your knees toward the right and the left. And when you are even, equally twisting to both sides, finish in the center with our knees pointed up at the ceiling. But this time, let's line up the feet under the knees as if we were going to do bridge pose. But open your arms out perpendicular to your body, and you can leave them either palms up or down. I'll leave that up to you. We're going to very gently and slowly lift and lower the hips on the breath. No need to push to your fullest back bend. Just begin to warm the low back, the hips, and the legs. As you inhale, peel up the tail and roll your hips toward the ceiling. As you exhale, reversing down the vertebrae, landing with your tailbone at the end of your breath. Continue with your breath rhythm. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And the next time you finish with your hips down, lay where you are. But bring your left knee in and hold on to it with your hands. So pull your knee in. You can hold on top or underneath your knee. Begin to circle your ankle around a few times in each direction. Squeeze and open your toes. If it's safe on your back, straighten your other leg on the floor. Extend your right leg out long. Release your right hand and circle your knee around. Keeping your hips on the floor as best you can. Reversing direction. Next, straighten your leg up. So push your heel up toward the ceiling, flexing your ankle, then pointing your ankles. So let your hips remain on the ground. Try to straighten your other leg on the floor and press that heel down. Circle your ankle up here. Squeeze your toes, curl them in on themselves. Then release your foot, bend your knee into half happy baby. So pull your knee toward your shoulder. Maybe you hold on behind your knee or at your calf. Anchor your right foot to the floor. And breathe. Notice if the tailbone wants to lift and try to press it down. Release that half happy baby. Hold your knee with your opposite right hand. Pull your knee across your body into a gentle twist. This time you can roll so that you lift your left hip away from the floor. Continue smooth, long breathing. Unwind back to the center. Pull both knees this time into your chest and alternate. Squeeze them in as you exhale and release a little as you inhale. Pull them in close. Let them go a little bit. And you can let your head rest on the floor. Pulling your knees and then releasing them out. Feeling that stretch in the glutes and your low back. Just let your head rest and just do this with your hips and your lower body. All right, second side. Place your left foot on the floor. Keep your right knee Turn your ankle around in circles. Straighten your left leg out on the floor. Anchor your heel down. Let go your left hand and begin circles with your right knee. Slow, gentle circles so that your hips remain on the floor and your hand is doing the work. Reversing your circle. Breathing. Good. Now we'll straighten your leg up. Reach your foot toward the ceiling. Anchor your other foot on the floor. Point and flex your right foot in the air. Circle your ankle. Reverse. Squeeze your toes, curl them in on themselves. And have happy baby. Let go your foot and pull your knee down toward your shoulder. Keep the tailbone pressing down. Maybe you can assist by pressing your left heel down. You can hold on behind your knee or at your calf or your foot, wherever you can comfortably reach. Anchoring your left leg and bringing your knee down even as you resist by trying to push it up. Letting go of have happy baby. Hold your knee with your opposite hand. Bring it across your body into a twist, rolling gently toward your left hip, allowing your right arm to open behind you, perhaps turning your gaze toward that right hand, and let go. Release the tension in your hips and your lower back. Gently return to the center. Bring both knees in again. And once again, leave your upper body on the floor and pull your knees in close. Then release them a little bit as you inhale. Exhale, pull them in close. Inhale, release them a little. One more time, exhale, pull your knees in close. Then release them a little. Now we'll draw circles with the knees. Pull them apart, around, together, and away again. Let your arms do the work. Let the legs follow. Reversing direction. Release both feet to the floor. Widen your feet again. Constructive rest. Just as we began our practice, knees bent, feet on the floor. Arms are soft somewhere. Your body is heavy. As you inhale, take your arms behind your head and stretch them long. Lengthen out your upper body. While you're here, do the same with your lower body. Straighten your legs, stretch them out, toes and fingers in opposite directions. Breathe in, reach long, and hold your breath. Exhale, soften and relax. One more time, breathe in, stretch long, hold your breath. Exhale, soften and relax. Return your arms by your sides. Bend your knees to feet come to the floor. Roll over and press yourself up to seated. All right, if you would like to sit on a bolster or a cushion or blanket, go right ahead. Find a cross-legged seat. Any way you want to sit other than cross-legged is perfectly fine. Once you get settled, begin to circle your torso around your hips. Slow and gentle, notice how the body responds. Reversing direction. Pause in the center and begin cat and cow with your spine, opening up the heart and opening up your back. Breathe into it. Let it out, the stress and the frustration, the tightness, the anxiety. Take it through one more cycle, and when you feel complete, settle in neutral. Tip your head to the left. Drop your left ear down toward your left shoulder. Take your opposite right fingertips to the floor beside you. While you're here, move your jaw side to side, open and shut. I know it's awkward, those of us with our masks on our faces. Sometimes you might feel after wearing your mask for a long time that your jaw is kind of sore. So take the time to move it around. Now we'll turn the face. Look down at your left shoulder. Gently nod your chin slowly. Return ear to shoulder on this left side. Drop your opposite left fingers to the floor now. As you inhale, that arm, left arm goes up. Exhale, lean away to the right side. Good. So reach across with your left arm like you could grab a hold of a doorknob and actually turn the doorknob, right? So put some effort there. Press your right hand to the floor. Pull in on the belly and up in your rib cage. Turn your gaze now looking down at your other wrist and gently, slowly nod your head here. Make a fist with your top hand and knock on the door. So bend the wrist up and down. Really feel those stretches through the forearm. Good. Circle it a couple of times. Other direction a couple of times. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower your hand. Hands come out front, fold forward now over your shins. Stretch through the back, the glutes and the hips. Breathe. With each exhalation, watch it blow away from your body. Inhale, lift from your head, rise up, walk your hands back together, extend your legs out the front, give them a shake. Before we do the second side, we'll take both pose in the middle. So coming onto your seat, lean back, bend your knees, feet are perhaps staying on the ground, or maybe they're lifting a little or a little more. Make sure you're holding with the muscles in your abdominals. So perhaps you want to open this up a little bit, right? You can have a tight V really close, or you can have a wider V. Doesn't matter, except that I need you to be feeling it in the front of your body. Try not to feel in your hip flexor. Let go if you want, extend your legs if you want. You decide where your boat is and what it looks like. Mine has a posh cabin. It has a lovely cabin boy. Breathing in and release. All right, bring your feet into butterfly. Feet together, knees open, fold into this shape a moment. Press your feet together. Feel the knees press down as you roll your hips shoulder. Extend your opposite left fingertips out toward the floor. Now rotate your gaze down to your shoulder. Move your jaw around. And then gently nod your head, just a little bit. It doesn't have to go far. You might find your body doesn't like that, so don't do it. Returning ear to shoulder. And now other hand, right fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift that right arm up. Exhale, over, dropping over to the left. Let your left hand or fist come to the floor. Press down even as you pull in on the navel and up through the spine. Reach across with purpose. Good, breathing. Look down at your other hand, looking down at the left hand. Make a fist out of your top hand and slowly knock on the door. Really pull into that deep bending of the wrist. Now circle it a couple times. Other way a couple times. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, release your hand down, fold forward. Stretching through the back, the hips, and the glutes. Inhale, lifting from your head, walk back up. Extend your legs out again, give them a little shake, and we'll do another boat pose. Feel free to change the shape of your boat if you'd like. Leaning back, lifting up. Find a place that feels just right to your body. Breathe strongly. And release. All right, drop your feet to the floor, wide apart. Lean back onto your hands and drop your knees, windshield wiper them side to side. Not enough room to be on camera. All right, when you feel even on both sides, please turn around into tabletop, hands and knees. Feel free to add whatever extra padding or support that you need for your wrists and ankles. Once you get there, begin cat and cow on your own breath rhythm. Remembering our goals of opening the front body and opening the back body. And neutral spine, we go the opposite way, hips go side to side. Stretch the outer hip. Okay, coming into neutral. Let's take a balance this time. Extend your right leg to the back, leave the foot on the floor. Extend the opposite arm to the front, leave the fingers on the floor. Then we're going to pulse it up and down with breath. As you inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Follow your rhythm. Yeah, nice. We want to try not to arch the back. We want to really squeeze the glute instead. One more of these. And other side. Change it over. Left foot on the floor. Opposite fingers on the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Find your rhythm. And release. Let's go back to the first side. Extend your right leg and and left arm. This time we're going to make crunches. So as you inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, round your back, pull your knee, elbow, and chin together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, together. Inhale, reach. And squeeze. And 2 more. Pull together. Last one. And pull. Extend and change sides. All right. Opposite leg and arm. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, round and pull to the middle. And release. Find child's pose. Knees go wide. Settle onto your feet. Let your arms completely collapse, so drop onto your forearms. Let your head relax and touch to the floor or a blanket or a block. And let your breath go. This is a recovery pose. Feel the stretch in the back. If you need to roll your wrists or massage your wrists, now is a good time for that also. Inhale, rise onto all fours. Tuck your toes, downward dog, lift and press. So if you would rather keep on all fours instead of downward dog, of course, that's up to you. Once you're here, roll your shoulders away from your ears, but squeeze your arms toward each other. Pull your navel in. Lift your tailbone away from your ribs. Inhale, drop your knees. Exhale, slide your shoulders forward over your wrists so you're in a push-up position but your knees are down. And then we'll come down to the floor. Bend your elbows back towards your feet. Lower all the way down. Point your toes. Rise into cobra. Lift your head and shoulders. And hold right here. Press your tailbone down through your pubic bone on your belly. Cobra. Go ahead and rest. Inhale, lift up again. Squeeze your elbows toward your body. Drag the hands toward your hips. Exhale, rest down again. Inhale, lift up your head and shoulders. Tabletop. Down dog. Press back. Inhale, plank. Feel free to put your knees down. Now drop your knees lower to your belly. Point your toes. Inhale, cobra. Hold tabletop. Down dog. Plank. Drop your knees lower to your belly. Cobra. Table. Down dog. Plank. Lower to the ground. Cobra. Child's pose. Relax. Settle. Let your arms do whatever they need rotate your whole foot. Yeah, good. Arms open wide. Drop your tail, press it forward. All right, breath in. Lean towards your leg as you breathe out. Other way, good. The arm that's up in the air, make it purposeful. Nice strong breath. Good, let's go the other way. Inhale, open up. Drop your left hand to the block or the floor, all the way down. Good. Again, that arm that's in the air is purposeful. It's either reaching straight up or you can challenge bicep by your ear, cross it over. Palm is going to face the floor, but reach long. Breathing. Good. Point your hand toward the ceiling again. Lift your right leg, half moon. Breathe. Nice work. Release, come back up. Good, come on to both, leave that leg out where it is. Bring both arms overhead, interlace your fingers, make a steeple grip. Point your fingers up to the ceiling. All right, you can interlace this way with your fingers on the outside. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna tip forward with the hands. So reach your fingers straight out the front. You have to bend at the hip crease. Inhale, rise back up. Straight out the front, not at the floor. Reach them towards me. Come right back up. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, reach out the front. Inhale, rise. One last time. Reach out the front. Inhale, rise. Beautiful. Let go. We're going to change sides. Extend your opposite leg out. All right, so left leg is out. Take care that you're standing straight up over your knee and that you're not leaning too wide. Okay, you want to be vertical here. Good. Arms inhale, open. Lean towards your leg as you exhale. So you're coming across toward your left side. So what tends to happen here is we arch the back. Okay, we want to keep the tailbone pulling forward and we want to buckle the ribs in. Breathe. Great job. Nice. Inhale, rise. Tip the other way. Lower your fingers to a block or the floor. Breathe. You can challenge and bring your arm over your head, bicep by your ear, but press long. Think about what this looks like when you do extended side angle. Nice long line. Beautiful. All right, really strong. Let's rise back up. Oh, I forgot half moon. Go back over. Lift your left leg up off the floor. That's it. Nice and strong. Rotate your legs so your toes point forward. There we go. All right, now we come back up. Okay, let's make the steeple grip again, but other thumb on the top, okay? As you exhale, reach your hands straight forward towards me. Inhale, come right back up tall. Exhale, lean, reach straight at the front. Inhale, rise. Again, exhale. And lift. One more time, reach at the front. And lift. All right, all done. Release that. Your choice, child's pose or down dog. If you want to keep moving, go right ahead. If you want to lie on the floor, go right ahead. All right, wherever you are, we're going to come to forward fold, standing up. So, hands and feet walk toward each other. Find yourself in standing forward fold. Stretching out the back. Let your head fall. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need. But please support yourself by holding your hands on your elbows or your feet or your shins instead of hanging out in space. Let's take a half lift. Inhale, reach your head and heart towards the front. Fold back down, exhale. One more time, halfway up. Fold back down, exhale. Stand all the way up as you inhale, reaching for the sky. Hands to your heart. All right. Take a moment to shake that out. Have a sip of water break if you would like. Then we're going to come into some standing poses. So the first we'll take is warrior one with the right foot in the front. Right, so stepping the right foot forward and the left foot back. Send your tailbone forward and lift your heart up. So we're facing the front, Marianne, so bring your back hip instead of out to the side. I want you to come more to the front. Yeah, so take your whole back left foot and step it that way. Pick it up and move it, the whole thing. No, the other way, sweetheart. Pick up your whole foot and put it on the other side of the mat. Like bring it, yeah, like that. Good.
Railroad tracks.
Yeah. Yes. Not the same line. We're not on a balance beam. Good. Sue, other foot forward, please. All right, towards me. Arms in the air, knee forward. There we go. Nice strong stretch through this hip flexor here. Bending your front knee. Yeah, good. Warrior one. Excellent. Let's bring the hands to interlace behind. If you can, go ahead and interlace them and straighten your arms. If that doesn't work, slide your hands to your hips or put them in pretend back pockets and squeeze your elbows. All right, as you exhale, lean forward. Both hips are pointed equally at the floor. Yeah, breathe. Nice. Lift up again. Bring your arms out and overhead. Yeah, hands come down to the waist. Now we're going to try to transition the feet into crescent lunge. All right, so the way we'll do that is you'll gently lift the heel in the back. Notice your front foot is anchored. And then begin to slowly pivot your legs so that the toes point and the knee points straight down at the floor. Okay? And you might want to stretch yourself longer. Yeah, good. Now you're in crescent. Maybe you can lift your hands. Strong core, strong straight back leg. Beautiful. Release. Step together. Now we'll take the second side. All right. Crescent lunge straight out the gate tends to be kind of wobbly for a lot of us. So that's a way you can find yourself slowly getting into it. So when we come into warrior one, if you want to figure this out again, Marianne, step forward toward the front of your mat. Good. See how your feet are parallel and there's a little space between them? So each of these feet, if they had a tail coming out the back, we're going to take your right foot and step on that tail back here. But the toe is going to turn slightly forward. The whole foot is going to angle slightly forward towards me. And that way your hips can stay facing the front. Yeah, so we don't want to open the hips at the side. That's the wrong warrior. We're doing warrior one. Okay? Then bend your front knee. Good. Now raise your arms up. Yeah, hips toward the front. Rose, bring that back hip forward more if you can. The whole hip. Good. Yeah, bend your knee. Bend, 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 bend. Okay, ready to go forward? Interlace, opposite thumb on the top. Straighten your arms if you can. Otherwise, hands are in your pockets and you're squeezing your elbows. Lean forward. Yeah. Keep breathing. Keep pushing that back foot. That's going to help you resist. All right. Lift it back up. Arms reach out over your head. Warrior one, nice and strong and tall. And hands come to the hips. All right, so you've got this back leg slightly rotated out from the hips. So now we're going to rotate it down at the floor. So gently lift your heel and then slowly roll it back. Good. That way your heel is off the ground. Completely off the ground. There you go. Nice deep lunge. Yeah, good. That back leg is straight. Press into it. Reach it up. Maybe again. Nice and strong, everybody. Let go of that. Shake it out. Okay? Good long stretch. Let's take a big inhale up and a forward fold. Swan dive. Drop down. Halfway up. Fold again down. Come back up, reaching skyward. Hands to your heart. Okay, right foot, warrior two, please. Other right foot. This whole side of the room did the same. Oh, wait, okay, so yeah, these guys, other right foot. You guys, turn around. You guys all went in unison on the right foot, but over here it didn't, and I was going this way, so I was confused. All right, the right foot is in the front, bend your knee. Now you see how your hips are open now. One hand is reaching in the front. One hand is reaching in the back. Rotate your hand to the side. Your right arm points forward at me. All the way forward. Your whole arm. There you go. Face that way. Face that way. Your whole body.
Oh.
Yes, warrior two, bend your knee. Okay, reverse warrior. Lean to the back of your mat. Front arm lifts up. And warrior two again. Side angle, reach forward. Drop your hand or your elbow to your knee. Reach up or across. Settle deep into your lunge. Yeah. Warrior two. Straighten your leg now and make triangle. Reach forward again. Slide forward. Left hand goes straight up. Palm faces the same direction as your belly. Yeah. Beautiful. Warrior two. Release straight legs. Parallel both feet. Now pull your heels in for goddess pose. Bend your knees and cactus your arms. Settle down. Really pull the outsides of your knees behind you. Inhale, release. Second side, left foot, warrior two. So warrior two is wide open hips and we face the side of the mat. Yeah, good. Bend into that left knee. Open your arms front to back. Nice and wide. Gazing over your left fingers. Good, really strong. Reverse warrior, lean to the back as you lift your left fingers up, strong with purpose. Warrior two. Side angle, reach forward. Lean your hand or your elbow to your knee and stretch up or across with your top arm. Drop deep into your lunge. Warrior two. Straighten your leg and we'll make triangle now. Reach forward, slide sideways. Right arm reaches straight up. Nice and strong core, strong legs, brings you right back up. Inhale, goddess again. Heels in, toes out, bend your knees, cactus your arms. Pull the outside edges of your knees behind you. Feel those hips rotate. Good. Inhale, release. Bring your legs together and shake them out. So we're going to take a couple standing balances. We'll start standing on the right leg. So if you're going to use a wall, bring your right side to a wall. If you have a piece of furniture at home, bring it to your right side. All right? Okay, so let's start standing on the right leg. And using your left hand, pick up your left knee, drop your tailbone down and press it forward as you zip up and buckle your ribs. Your other elbow maybe can come out to cactus. Good. Now, if you want to come along, we're going to pull the knee open to the side. Swivel the hip. Think about warrior two hip, triangle hip. That means the sitting bone here on the left comes forward. Yeah, come back where you started in the front. Keep this knee in front of your hip, but put your opposite hand on that knee without crossing it over midline. We're going to twist. So if you're up against a wall, move to the wall so your shoulder is on the wall. Then you're going to turn your ribs toward that knee to the left. Your left hand can stay at your hip, or you can come to cactus or a full extension of your left arm as you look out behind you. Yeah, really nice. Unwind to the front and relax. Oh, okay. We got one more leg. So if you're using a support, bring it to your left side. So maybe turn around if you're on the wall, or move your furniture over to that side if you've got a chair with you. Okay, so we start out on the left foot. Drop your tail as you pick up your left knee. Yeah, zipper, buckle. Yeah. Other arm could come to cactus. Hold on to your knee. You'll need to hold on to it. Yeah. Good. So, Marianne, did you already use that leg? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's bring the knee out to the side. So did you already use your left leg? You need to turn around if you want to use your right leg. Turn around if you want to use that leg. I think so. Let's come back to the center. Keep your leg in front of your hip. Cross the opposite hand to your knee, but don't pull your knee across midline. Don't pull it across. Keep it right out in front. That's it. Resist. Push your knee into your hand as you turn your shoulders. So if you're using the wall, lean right up against the wall so your right hand can come to your hip, Deb. Yeah, because you're going to turn towards me. There you go. Good. Marianne, twist your shoulders to the right. Look over your right shoulder. There you go. Come back to the center when you're ready. And relax. Whew. Okay, that's a really difficult series, especially if you're using a support system. You got your hand there, and then suddenly that hand is supposed to go over here. So you got to move over and lean on it so that you can twist it around.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's make some windy trees. We got a couple minutes left to do it. Stand on your right leg. Rotate your left knee to the side and settle. Find your tree. Maybe it's foot on the floor. Maybe it's foot against your lower leg. Maybe it's foot above your knee, but please never on your knee. Okay. Push, leg into foot. Pull up. Good, now it's windy out, so maybe you want to blow your hands across the front. Maybe you want to blow your arms over your head. Try to breathe. Sway in your body, sway your arms. Yeah. It's a windy day. All right, come on back down. We'll take the other side. Nice strong trees. Okay, when you're ready, you stand on your left foot, rotate your right knee out, and you find your tree. Maybe your foot stays on the floor, your body would like to make before you complete your practice today. Put on any extra layers that you might have. Gather your blankets, eye pillows, things like that. And when you're ready, find yourself in Shavasana. Sounds like lunch hour started early downstairs, so you can try to relax and release. Take any version that is comfortable to your body. If you need a little release in your back, if you have blocks with you, you could put them under your knees or under your calf muscles. And once you land, feel your body once again become heavy. Releasing your head, letting go in your shoulders and your upper back. Feel the weight of your arms heavy to the ground. The weight of your hips and your legs, and your feet, connecting you to the earth. Notice that your body is fully grounded even as the world spins and swirls around you. Begin to deepen your breath. Invite small movements into your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Extend your arms overhead for a full, long body stretch. Straighten out your legs if you can. Take a deep breath in. Hold your breath a moment. Exhale, relax. Gently bring your knees in close. Give yourself one last squeeze. And when you're ready, roll to your side. Press yourself up. Once again, find a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together in front of your heart as you bow your chin. Take a moment to remind yourself the importance of being grounded. Know who to reach out to when you need it. Remind yourself who you think might help, but actually isn't really helpful. Know that when we reach out and support each other, we are stronger together. Bow your chin as you exhale. Deep breath in, reach your hands and face up. Breathe out, open your arms. Return your hands to your heart and bow your chin. Namaste.